I might leave my husband over the kids. When I married my husband, I knew what I was signing up for, or at least I thought I did. In his culture, it's expected that the eldest son stays living with his parents to care for them in their old age. That arrangement includes his wife and any children they have, and I accepted it without much hesitation. His parents were kind and welcoming, and the house itself was lovely. Plus, my husband could comfortably afford everything we needed, and with the mortgage already paid off, our financial situation was stable. Back then, it felt like a dream, but now it feels like anything but. The first few years were peaceful. I got along well with his parents, and life in the shared house was surprisingly smooth. Then everything began to change. Over the years, my husband's siblings started having kids, lots of kids. His parents, now retired, decided they wanted to spend as much time as possible with their grandkids, which meant that our house, once calm and orderly, became a daycare. For the last 3 years, there have been at least 3 or 4 kids running around our house every single day, from dawn until dusk. They're loud, messy, and constantly underfoot. I work from home most days, which used to be convenient. Now it's a nightmare. Trying to focus on my job while kids scream and chase each other down the halls is almost impossible. And since I'm at home, I'm expected to help with everything: cooking, cleaning, and watching the kids. My in-laws, as much as I love them, are older and not as hands-on with the children as they used to be. The expectation has quietly fallen on me to fill the gaps. I can't even escape to my room for a moment's peace without someone knocking on the door, needing something. Locking myself away feels like my only refuge, but it doesn't solve the problem. I've tried to talk to my in-laws about this chaos, explaining how it's affecting my work and my sanity. They sympathize, but they're firm. They want their grandkids around as much as possible. For them, this stage of life is all about family togetherness. I can respect that, but it's coming at the expense of my mental health. I've spoken to my husband about it too, hoping he'd understand. But his stance is unmoving. Living with his parents was a deal breaker for him from the start, and I knew that when we got married. And he's right, I did. But back then, our home wasn't a revolving door of noise and mess. It was a peaceful place where I could work, rest, and enjoy my life with him. The reality we're living in now is nothing like what I agreed to. Whenever I try to raise the issue with him, he brushes it off. He doesn't see a problem. To him, the kids running around are just part of life, and the expectations of living with his parents are something I agreed to when I said I do. But the strain of it all has left me wondering, is this the life I really want? I've been battling with myself over this question. On one hand, I love my husband. He's a good man, and I admire his dedication to his family and culture. On the other hand, I'm losing my sense of self. I feel trapped in a situation where my needs are constantly overshadowed by everyone else's. I didn't sign up to be an unpaid nanny or to sacrifice my peace and career for a household that feels increasingly out of my control. I'm at a crossroads. I don't want to hurt my husband or his family, but I also can't continue living like this. Marriage is supposed to be a partnership, and I feel like I'm being pushed into the background while everyone else's needs take center stage. If things don't change soon, I may have to make the hardest decision of my life for my own sanity and well-being.